Beat. Beat.
Yes, people, big up to everyone. Welcome back to episode number 95 of the Monday Night Mondays that we like to call the Mud Brothers Show over here on Shik TV. We're back on the Monday. Last week we did do the episode on a Tuesday, which was a little bit of a change. But we are back on the Monday, and it is kind of like a light weekend to kind of discuss, but we are getting into a hefty midweek and then obviously the weekend as well. So I'm sure we're gonna have predictions and a lot of, I guess, previews for some of these matchups that we're looking at midweek, potentially. Well, of course, tomorrow and Wednesday. We're obviously going to discuss FA Cup. My club, of course, was just not part of anything this weekend. I myself personally was streaming on this channel. I actually did a cricket watch along. And India lifted the World Cup, and we played against New Zealand. So if you guys didn't watch that in the final, we literally broke records in that final. Scored the highest ever like total run like score, 250 plus. So if you didn't check out that match reaction, not match reaction, sorry, the watch along, definitely do check it out. I did it also on Sarcasm City TV Extra and also on the Twitch channel as well. So definitely go subscribe there if you haven't already. But yeah, regarding this weekend, yeah, we were not part of it, but FA Cup did take place. We've gotten a draw as well, where I think we've gotten Man City versus Liverpool in the FA Cup draw in the next round. I think it's a quarterfinal. But this weekend, Mansfield Town hosted Arsenal Football Club, which Arsenal did end up getting the win. Wrexham also had a little bit of a scare against Chelsea, but did Chelsea did getting the win and going through. Chelsea, I think, play against Port Vale away from home, and I think Arsenal play against Southampton. So easy draws, to be honest, for both of them. Man City, Liverpool, of course, being one of the the big game from this quarterfinal tie. But we're gonna talk and discuss about all the FA Cup games. We're gonna obviously get previews and discussions about the Champions League games. I will do previews for the upcoming Premier League games too, because we're now obviously getting into kind of the latter stages of the season where it's like title races heating up, top four races heating up. So it's like, yeah, we're getting into the spicy part of the season, the good part of the season, the part of the season where everyone starts, sitting up from their seat. This the part of the season where it starts to get thrilling. So yeah, uh, unfortunately for me, in the past couple of seasons, normally at this stage of the season, our season, like, overall is pretty much done. I mean, there's normally been a domestic trophy that we've been fighting for. Obviously, this season we're not doing that. Our biggest objective this season is getting top four, which I think we end up getting comfortably too. But um, in terms of our objectives, that is that. Arsenal, obviously, for league. Chelsea, um, there were talks about them falling out of the top five. Now, obviously, they got the win over Villa, which we'll talk about as well. So we'll discuss these past games that happened, some of the Premier League games too. But without further ado, let's go ahead and introduce the panelists. Obviously, make sure you guys do run up the likes and subscribe, whether you're going to watch this back or whether you're watching this live currently. Make sure you guys do subscribe. We're on the road to 1,000 subscribers. You guys showed a lot of love on the watch along, the cricket watch along. So I appreciate everyone showing up for that one. And yeah, you guys did smash the like on that stream too. So make sure you guys do it on this one as well. Let me go ahead and introduce our first co-panelist and get the banner ready as well. Oh, not the banner, sorry, the background ready as well. Did pick up the win against Wrexham this weekend in the FA Cup. They do draw against Port Vale, pretty easy draw for them. But the biggest talking point for them will be the rematch of the Club World Cup final in the Champions League, the first leg upcoming on Wednesday. Chelsea versus PSG. Let me go ahead and introduce Prime in the building. Prime, big up to you, my friend. How's everything going?
Ooh, that's a good pen from Bowen. Good pen. Hi. Hello, everyone.
Hello.
How are you guys doing?
I'm good. Everyone's good. Blessed. I'm a world champion just like yourself. You know, you're a world champion. I'm a world champion. India lifted the World Cup this weekend.
What World Cup?
Cricket.
Oh, it ended today. Or not today, at the weekend.
Sunday.
Wow.
Yeah, no, on Sunday.
Oh, nice. Big up.
So we lifted the World Cup, so we're both World Cup champions.
Yeah.
Champions of the world.
Yeah.
I can say that.
Are you gonna so is it day one since you're champion of the world?
Sure. Day one. You know what it is actually? We're the first team to win back-to-back World Cups because we just won back-to-back World Cups. I know this is meant to be football.
You mean nation?
People. Yeah, like the First Nation. Yeah, First Nation
nice.
country team to win back-to-back T20 World Cups.
Nice. Hey, Ronaldo never won back-to-back World Cups. R9. So.
Scored the highest ever run total in a final.
Yeah.
We scored like 250 plus in a final, which is crazy.
Nice.
I couldn't believe what I was watching.
Congratulations, world champion Shik. Congratulations, bro.
World champion. I think, yeah, that's why I just wanted to say I can call myself world champion now as well. But obviously that is cricket. We'll get back to the
but since you're a world champion, should you still be allowed on the Mud Brother show? Since you're not in the mud anymore?
No, like in terms of my standards, my club is still in the mud. Like in terms of my standards, you know.
Oh, okay. But you're a world champion though, so
in cricket, this is not a cricket show. This is a football show. But I just have to mention it that I am also a world champion. I just would like to say it. Like, however, you know, when you wake up as a world champion because you won the Club World Cup, you wake up and then the air that you breathe is just different from everybody else because you're a world champion, right? Now I also breathe the same air that you breathe, so I also.
I'll be real. The air I breathe still contains Chalaba, Sanchez, Delap, and Garnacho, so it doesn't feel too good.
See, like this as to quote a lot of people in the chat, you're being too negative. I'm just saying, like, you breathe, you know what the air feels like when you the air that you breathe as a world champion. Maybe. I know what it feels like as well now. So that I just wanted to mention that. Yeah, but back to the football. Chelsea, of course, against
Yeah.
Wrexham, picking up the win this weekend. Other than football, actually, you know what? Not back to the football. Other than football, how has everything been for you, Prime? Good.
Oh, the guy tried to chip his penalty. It's 2-1 to West Ham on pens. Yeah, I'm good. I had a very good weekend. Very good
Good to hear
weekend.
that. Glad to hear that.
I went to hang out with Elijah and Mike's.
Nice.
And my plan wasn't to watch the game, but the game was on, so we watched Wrexham v Chelsea and the City Newcastle game. So that was cool.
Nice.
On a personal note, but yeah, in terms of the game itself, I knew Wrexham would make it difficult for us, but I still expected to win. I thought it'd be 3-2. But
they're a decent side. They're in the championship. Look like they have a good chance of getting promoted.
They're
probably in the
very
playoff
good
rounds.
side.
Yeah. So
now it also doesn't help that we're playing a high line with Tossin and Badia Shill. That doesn't help at all. But they are still a good side. They showed a lot of fight, and if we didn't have that red card for in extra time, they maybe could have ran us to. Maybe not run us to pens, but they could have ran us to 3-2. I don't think we end up scoring a fourth.
yeah.
But yeah, Garnacho, to be fair, another good game against the championship side. So fair to
his
him.
level. Pretty much what we've always talked about with him. These type of games are his level. You actually should be expecting a good performance from Garnacho. If he doesn't perform well in these type of games, then you should be absolutely berating him.
But he was terrible against Hull. He was worse.
Yeah, but it's you'll get it. You'll get it. You know, okay, who you guys play? Port Vale. Start him. Watch him play.
Yeah, I mean,
bro's about to have a Neymar-esque performance against.
I know.
Port
We can listen. That the Wrexham game. We'll add that to the comp when we try and sell him.
Oh yeah, the comp.
The lap. Good hold-up play, but again, you're a championship striker playing up against a championship side, so I expect that from you. Neto, you're getting sold in the summer, mate. You're awful. What the rest of it? Achupong had a good game, even though he was playing at wing back. Hato played very well. Mamadou Sarr was good.
Sanchez, you know what? Actually, give me one sec, Prime. Before we actually continue, let me introduce someone who's been a little. It's been a while, actually. He missed last week's episode, but he's someone who's a little critical of Chelsea. You know, he's someone who has been voicing his opinion a little bit more about Chelsea. I don't know since when or what changed, but making his return to the show. Spooby's in the building. Spooby.
Pick up, everyone. Pick up. It's nice to be back, boys. It's nice. Prime, Shik, pick up, lads. Pick up to India. Okay, breezed that final. Breezed.
Absolutely breezed that final. You know that final was over when the first innings was done. I'm sitting on that. Yeah. I'm sitting there on that watch along, and I'm hoping we just get our wickets quick and this game ends early. That's literally what I'm just hoping. Because I knew that game was done when we scored 250 plus. There's no way you're making it. No way.
I was watching it with my girl and her friends, and before the match started, I was kind of bantering them and oh, I'm supporting New Zealand and stuff.
Yeah. You know, we scored 250 in back-to-back games. We did the same thing against England in the semifinal. By the way, England fans, y'all can hold that as well. We put 250 on your head top as well, but the problem was that they almost actually won that game because we won by 5 or 7 runs.
5 or 7 runs.
They can hold because we still won the game, beat them in the semifinal, went to the final, back-to-back champions, highest ever run total in a final. We have 3 stars now on our jersey, 3 times ODI champions, 3 times T20 World Cup champions. We just need to add that test to the entire collection. And I'm moving like a Chelsea fan with all the Infinity Stones, won it all, all that shit. I'm moving with all of that. So
West Ham have won on pens against Brentford.
Oh no,
fair enough.
They're in the final.
But yeah, no, pick up and T20 world champions. Brentford, is it?
No. Who are West Ham playing now in the next
West Ham
round?
are playing Brentford. It's a shootout. They just won on the shootout
in the next round. in the next round.
They're in the quarters, yeah.
Because in the draw happened, right?
The draw already happened, yes.
Okay.
But yeah, no, big up India, and then obviously big up Shik for the holiday. You know, it was a win holiday too. All inclusive, paid by Shik and Mudbros. But no, yeah, big up everyone. I'm sorry, Prime, you were talking about the match. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mdinero was good. I was seeing the timeline and everyone getting onto middle name again, which is great to see. I love it.
Drafts were being written. I think not by me, but drafts were being written, Prime, regarding this Wrexham.
Oh
game.
yeah, people wanted us to get knocked out against Wrexham to a point where people were saying that the tackle on Garnacho wasn't a red card. Like, I get it, everyone wants the fairy tale of Wrexham and people don't like Chelsea, but like, let's just be fair. VAR got it right. So yeah, I don't know. It is what it is. Like, we're into the next round, into quarters now. We're playing Port Vale, so which is good. And I think, is it City and Liverpool playing each other?
I think it is.
Yeah.
If that's the case, then cool. Two of the big boys facing each other. We've got Port Vale.
Potentially gets knocked out. So
that's
good for you guys.
Is Port Vale like League 1 or something, or League 2?
I'm guessing they're League 1.
Hey, if that's the case, a Garnacho hat trick we can add to the comp. So yeah, I guess that's really about it.
Port Vale are in League 1. Yeah, they're 24th in League 1 too, as well. Like, they're not even they're bottom of League 1.
Garnacho, I need a hat trick, bro.
I'm telling you, he's gonna perform though. This is his game. This is his game all over. Like, it's written all over. Garnacho masterclass. You're gonna get a Prime. You should just be excited, and I'll tell you why. Because you're just gonna get a great comp out of this game. That's just what you're gonna get.
No, that's what I'm saying. Just we're adding all this stuff to the comp.
Just gonna get. We're already adding this game. Just specific. The entire comp could just be this game because he's just gonna be very good. Electric.
The first half against Villa, we added it to the comp. When he came off the bench against, who was before that? Was it Arsenal? That got added to the comp. That's all we're doing. We're just adding things to the comp now for Garnacho to when we sell him. So it looks good. So yeah.
Make sure y'all subscribe to Mike's. Speaking of West Ham, obviously we were just talking about West Ham, and he just rated. Shout out to Mike.
Big up Mike's.
Big up to
PSG
every single time. And
but yeah, that's really about it with the game. Like, we won. Wrexham are they are a good side. They're a very good side. But whatever. Like, we got the job done. We made it a bit more difficult towards the end than we needed to, but then they got a man sent off, so that made it, I guess, easier to end the game. But yeah, whatever, we won. So I'm happy about.
Honestly, just speak on Wrexham real quick, because I'm not gonna lie, Wrexham just came out of the blue a couple of seasons ago, but they've worked their way up, and fair play. Like, people
getting promoted consistently. They got promoted straight away into the championship first time of asking.
Exactly.
They got promoted from League 2.
They've got so much revenue into the club just because of Ryan Reynolds being there, and it's not just because he's and I'm not saying in a aspect where he's the one who's doing transfers. Of course not. Like, he's not no footballing guy, right? He's just obviously owning the club, but what he's doing is he's bringing advertisements, and he's bringing a lot of money to the club, which in turn is obviously helping the club in buying players. And
they're bringing the right people and all of that. And the thing is, everyone loves Wrexham now because it's a great fairy tale, right? However, but that's not a flex, brother. That's not a flex. Tell me that you're 60 and you can outrun Tottenham, and then that's
what's Tottenham's pace on FIFA? Does anybody just know? Can we look this up?
I don't know.
Can I look it up? Can I just real quick look it up since you just mentioned?
But with Wrexham, the whole fairy tale and stuff that people love Wrexham now, it's all great. But when they're in the Prem and they're using their money and they're spending their money, first season, second season in the Prem, people will start hating on them and start calling them Hollywood FC.
76 acceleration. That's not bad.
People start hating on Wrexham because they have all the eyes and the money and they're Hollywood. people love them now because they're in the low leagues, but once they're actually in the Prem and they're able to
Start
take
hating them.
advantage of the Prem money, people start hating on Wrexham. So
Yeah, they will.
I can't wait for the flip flop turn. But yeah, credit to Wrexham. And then Ryan Reynolds and the other guys, they were in the stadium watching the game and stuff. So yeah, it was cool.
It's a big game for them. I think he wanted Chelsea in the draw too, and that's exactly what he got.
Listen, it was a nice, derby. 2 American owners. The game. Listen, the game went perfectly from a fairy tale perspective. Wrexham went 1-0 and 2-1 up against the world champions. They fought until the end, got a man sent off. Listen, it was a great fairy tale for them. So it is what it is.
Kind of like how New Zealand was against India. It was like a little fairy tale. They tried, but they eventually couldn't just beat the world champions. So it is what it is.
Are India like the Real Madrid of the cricket world?
We're actually not.
We're
not. We're actually not. It's Australia.
This is international. So
Real Madrid of cricket is Australia for sure. They have
but like from an international football perspective, are you guys like Brazil, or what's the comparison?
Right now, what we're in, I'll compare it right now. Right now, the era that we're in is like Spain's era in like the 2010s. That's what era we're in. We're just winning back to back to back. We're just winning. Cool. Yeah. So we won like you could say Germany. Yeah, you could say Germany. You could say Germany. We're definitely not Brazil. We don't have the most. So that's Australia. And we've like lost to them in finals. Like it's not like I view Australia like how I view Barcelona in Champions League finals. They've beat us like every time.
Okay.
It's like that. It's like, and I like view Australia as a big rival. Like I want to beat them every single time. Like every.
Do they view you guys as a rival?
Yeah. Because
how there's one-sided
we've
rivalry.
knocked them out in tournaments. We've faced them in finals, but we've lost them in finals. But we've knocked them out in tournaments.
Because how there's one-sided rivalries. Like Liverpool think Real Madrid is a rival, but Real Madrid fans don't think Liverpool is a rival.
No, definitely not like that. It's rivalry. Like whenever we play, so we have like in cricket, there's like tours like throughout the season. You could say, like you could do tours, but it's randomly, so it just gets picked, right? And it's like, so we'll do a tour of Australia, so we'll play all formats of cricket over there. Like we'll play Test, we'll play the 50 overs, and then we'll play the 2020. Whenever we travel to Australia, it's always a big series for me. Like I always keep an eye on it because we want to win. Like biggest win for us. Same thing for England. I always love when we travel to England to play because one, I expect to see great pitches. Like it rains sometimes, of course, but you just get to see like it's just something about it where you get to see good pitches. You see Lords, you see Old Trafford, you see all these different pitches.
What's a tour? Is that like a tournament?
Yeah, no. So it's like a month, sometimes a month and a half of cricket. So it's like let's say for example, India are doing a tour of Australia. So that means we're traveling to Australia probably in around December when it's summer for them. And we're playing, let's say, like 5 test matches, and then we're playing like 3 ODIs, which are like 350 over matches.
What's the equivalent of that in football?
Well, that's the thing. So, India, you can't equivalent the season of India. It's kind of like tennis. I would compare it to tennis, or I would kind of compare it to F1 seasons. In an F1 season, you're just going to different places and having different races, right? And then you have obviously, I could be wrong. I don't watch a lot of F1, but from what I've seen, it's like you have different circuits, different places, and then you have your big championships and all that. In tennis, same thing. You are playing you have your 4 Grand Slams, but then you're playing in different countries and you're playing these different like small tournaments. Same thing for cricket. Cricket, your team is playing and touring different countries throughout the season. But then depending on what year it is, you might play a World Cup in the middle of the season. And then every year also you play IPL, which is the Indian Premier League, which is like domestic Indian cricket league, which almost everyone plays. Like all cricket players from abroad also play. There's a lot of cricket. So that's all the cricket that gets played. But in, let's say, a Premier League season entirely, you could say would be touring different countries, but you don't get points. You kind of actually do get points and you get based off of it. But it's not set opponents every single year. You can play different opponents every single year. You can play different opponents in different venues every single year. It's not set. but that tours and whether you win those tours gives you a ranking, and then that ranking determines like whether you play these big championship tournaments. If that kind of makes sense. I know I just like went on and said hello. But
I
yeah.
get that.
Yeah. So that's like, so we like, for example, like if a team plays throughout like 2-3 years, if a World Cup is every 4 years, in those 4 years, you're playing test matches, but in those test matches, you're winning like 90% of them. You're going to be either the number 1 team or the number 2 team to play in the test World Cup, like the test World Cup. And then when you play the test World Cup, if you win it, you get that championship. And then the next 4 years, same thing. Kind of like, I guess, that the test World Cup is a one-off game because the test is a 5-day game. You can't play a whole tournament. That shit will last like 2-3 months, like a whole like test World Cup. So it's just a one-off game, but you play that between 2 of the highest ranking teams. So, but yeah, to go back to the topic, Australia are the Real Madrid of just cricket entirely because they've won the most entirely. They're the most like known team. I don't know if you guys know this, but Ashes, which is a big game too, which is between Australia and England. England has not beaten Australia in the Ashes. I couldn't tell you since when. Like this is early. Like it's been, I think it's been decades since they've beaten them in the Ashes.
Yeah, no, I know about that because
and it doesn't matter where they play them. Like it doesn't matter where they play them. Recently, yeah, there was an Ashes recently. Yeah,
I remember that happened because England lost, and I trolled England about that.
And I like obviously for me, like if you're Indian, if you're from Pakistan, if you're from England, Australia, a lot of these South Africa, a lot of these countries, you're big on cricket. I think a lot of people grew up on cricket, right? For us, even for me as an Indian fan, I've loved watching the Ashes. My favorite Ashes of all time, forever, all time. I think the biggest ever cricket thing for me all time that I can remember in my memory was 2005 Ashes. You just have all the biggest stars, the best players at that time. It's just how you look back at football and you look at just like the eras and the best players of that time. Same thing in cricket. It was just a whole completely different thing. But yeah, Australia.
Come on, Ireland. We won a couple of games in this T20.
Ireland, yeah, and Ireland have been in World Cups for. I can go as back as 2011, and I remember Ireland have been playing in World Cups. So
I could beat UAE. We beat the United Arab Emirates, and we beat. Was it Oman?
Yeah, type of cricket, this type of game, the 20 over game, the shortest, is probably the best one to watch in terms of entertainment.
Yeah,
it's a short game. You expect a lot of high-flying things to happen. 50 overs is damn long. I've done one stream, a final. I did the final last year. It was my longest stream on Shik TV up till date. It's almost 7 hours. It's like 6.5 hours. It's over 6.5 hours. And then the test match is just something I don't think I will ever stream. That shit's 5 days. And that should last like from morning till like almost nighttime, depends on where the game is, for 5 days straight. So there's no way I could stream that.
Yeah, if you're just getting into cricket, those are tough.
You watch cricket you watch cricket. The test matches, like if you watch test match, you're like you love cricket. You're a full-on fanatic of cricket. But yeah, anyways, this is not a cricket stream. I know we're getting too much into cricket. We could do a little cricket stream, but back to the football though. Yeah, Wrexham, cool little thing for them. I have a strong feeling they're gonna be in the Premier League next year. One, there's still obviously a lot of the championship to play, but they're still in a lot of the positions where they could be in the Premier League next year. What a story that would be, of course, for them. I'm not one to hate on them. Like, of course, if they added money, they're doing something right. If anything, you can't like a lot of the fans can't sit here and complain about all these big clubs for being oil clubs and having all this money, but then like Wrexham are basically kind of doing the same thing where they've gotten all this money and they're just getting promoted every single season and getting their way up to the Premier League.
It's like a football manager, Steve.
Yeah, but the thing is, it's great now. People will start hating.
It's kind of hypocritical.
People will start hating once they're in the Prem and they have the Prem money to flex.
So it's like it's okay if Wrexham do it, but it's a problem. I'm not even saying like I'm a part of this or I'm agree with it, but I'm saying like it's okay if Wrexham do it, but it's not okay if like Chelsea were called buying the Premier League in the past or like
that's my point though. People hate when you win, so people will start hating on Wrexham once they're in the Prem.
I've already seen it. I've seen it already. Rubber championship teams like talking shit about Wrexham.
Again, I don't have a problem with Wrexham, but I know what what football fans are like. They think it's fun now. Once they're in the Prem and they start like flexing that Premier League money and they start winning, people will have a problem with it.
Yeah.
But,
I heard they're going to get a new stadium as well. So.
Ooh,
oh yeah, they'll need to. In the
Wrexham.
long term, they'll
Wrexham.
definitely need to.
I'm sure
They can take Spurs
Just gonna-
Stadium.
just
They
gonna
won't need
build off of this hype and all this money that they're just pumping in and just like get
They
the
should- they
most
should
out
just-
of it. Build this,
They
build
should just
that,
move.
get
They
new
should just move to
facilities.
North London and take Spurs Stadium. To be fair, 'Cause they're not using it.
Just relocate.
Man,
It's like American
Spurs-
football teams where they just
Oh,
change
man.
cities.
Why not? Why not? Listen, that's
Spurs are so embarrassing. It's crazy. It's
Uh,
unbelievable. It's crazy.
But no, yeah, Wrexham played well. They went for it. Like you can't say they like they definitely went for it. I mean, they
Definitely
and
went
at
for it.
times, you know, Chelsea, you know, when they got the first goal, you're like, oh Jesus, this is good. But then yeah, just Chelsea had too much, I think, and obviously the red card helped. But
we almost had a potential shock in that game. I think the biggest shock that we got was in the Portville game where they knocked out Sunderland.
yeah, that's crazy.
And that is
yeah.
pretty much great.
Also,
Bottom team in the
someone-
League One knocking out a Premier League team. that
someone
just got
tweeted out
promoted.
something because Fulham lost to Southampton, right? Someone tweeted out.
Yeah, Fulham lost to Southampton.
Someone tweeted out something like, "How can you be in the Premier League? You're no threat of getting relegated, but you're nowhere near fighting for Europe, and you decide to rotate in the FA Cup." They were referencing Fulham. Fulham rotated heavily to play against Southampton, and they lost. And to be fair, I agree with that. This thing, particularly like the mid-table Premier League clubs have, why not take advantage of being in the FA Cup and play your strongest side? If you're no threat to get relegated, but you can't finish in a European spot, why not just take advantage of the FA Cup or the
Just go
Carabao?
for it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Palace
go
did that last year. Like, why not just take advantage of it? And that makes more sense to me because you'll have teams like Chelsea and Arsenal and City and whatever, he'll rotate heavily. And that's why when you have like shock upsets, like to be fair, what could have happened yesterday with Wrexham, or like when like Grimsby knocking out United or whatever, when you have a lower league side that plays their strongest team possible, and you have a team like United or Chelsea who rotate heavily and play fringe players, a couple of youngsters, and players who play no minutes, there is a strong possibility of being an upset. So take advantage. Because if you're Fulham right now, you could be in the quarterfinal. City and Liverpool are playing each other. They can get knocked out. And all you have left is Chelsea and Arsenal. Take advantage of the run. But they don't do this. It's so weird to me.
Yeah.
So weird to me. But
big thing, obviously, yeah, you guys advance in the FA Cup. Probably are going to be Port Vale, to be honest, too, and advance in that game as well. Obviously, the big talking point this midweek is the Champions League game. You guys have a rematch set up with PSG in the Club World, obviously from the Club World Cup final.
Are we going to talk about the remaining FA Cup games?
We can talk
Oh
about
yeah, like Chillin said in the chat, Mansfield against Arsenal.
Yeah, we
I
can.
think
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't watch any of these games, so you guys can speak on it. I've just seen the results, but I don't
And you're just talking about rotating. Arsenal rotated as well. I think Diamond was playing. I think the guy at the back, Salmon, was playing. I think Norgard was playing. So they obviously they have an excuse, or they need to rotate, obviously, because they're still in everything. So, but yeah, I mean, Mansfield didn't look too bad that game either. They looked decent. They went for it too. But I just think, yeah, Arsenal just the same as the Chelsea against Wrexham. I just think when the big players come on, you know, like Garnacho, you know what I'm saying? You know, no, I'm joking. Yeah, they grilled Salmon. Yeah, they did. He didn't have a good game. But no, just too much. Just the quality of a player. I don't think it was close. I think Arsenal had chances a lot, so I don't think it was like very close. But no, it's good to see these like lower league teams when they go against like a Prem, they're going for it. But yet, like when Prime said about Fulham, like why on earth would you rotate? Why? It just doesn't make sense. But yeah, again, good game from Mansfield. Arsenal into the next. Who are Arsenal playing next?
Southampton.
Oh, they'll beat
Yeah,
Southampton.
they'll beat Southampton. So they'll find themselves at another semifinal, you know.
Yeah.
Could potentially go to another final. I think they'll play probably Chelsea again. We could get another Arsenal Chelsea, you know.
Arsenal Chelsea.
What if they'll prime, like, hear me out. What if you lost all of those to win that one eventually? Say you play them in the final.
Who we play what?
Say you play Arsenal in the final of the FA Cup. You lost all these lost all these other ones to eventually just win in the final, which I think is the most important. That would be the most Chelsea thing.
I think Chelsea have a chance. Like against that last game we seen at Chelsea Arsenal, Chelsea done that
It's
bad.
like you would also surely think, like, after all these times you played Arsenal, surely one time you hack it and you're like,
we've
you
not
beat them.
won
You know?
a final in Wembley since 2018. We've been since 2018. We've been to how many finals? The one with Sarri, the one with Lampard, 3 with Tuchel. That is 5. 1 with Poch. We've been to 6 finals in Wembley and lost since 2018.
But I'm just saying about that last game. Like you guys didn't play bad. Like at times you were better than them. Like if you can stop that red card shit that happens to Chelsea all the time now. I mean,
we're not. Well, you're talking about the last game against Arsenal in the league.
Yeah.
We it doesn't like we were never going to beat Arsenal.
You played bad, right? But you didn't play bad.
Yeah, but that doesn't matter. Arsenal didn't have to play well to beat us.
I'm all I'm saying is if that red card, if Chelsea just, I don't know what with that red card stuff, I don't know what Neto was thinking there, but I mean, if you stop that red card stuff, I don't think they outplayed you. Do you think Arsenal outplayed you that game? I don't think so.
They didn't. But they didn't have to play well to beat us.
No, I know that the set piece stuff, but I mean, what for one game those set pieces stop working. Okay. And we've seen that multiple times in an Arsenal game where those set pieces.
But we're in March. Like Arsenal have a guaranteed way at least of scoring, and they don't lose.
That's true. I'm just saying that a one game.
I don't know, maybe, but no. If we're gonna win this FA Cup, it would have to be someone else knocking them out.
Yeah.
Damn.
But yeah, I don't know if we're winning this FA Cup. I don't know. This manager needs to show me he can do something in big games. So.
No, I hear that.
Oh, we got PSG on Wednesday, so yay.
That's gonna be. Oh dear.
Yep.
Listen, I know I'm the Chelsea hater, but I'm actually looking at that game and man, that's gonna be tough for you. I don't see it being like the World Cup earlier in this season. I don't. I think PSG will be up for it more. You guys dominated in that game. I don't think that's going to happen. But again, Chelsea, listen, they've surprised me before. I mean, Aston Villa result, some people did predict that. I've seen some people predicting that. But I think Chelsea against anyone, I think Chelsea have got good players. That's the thing. They do. Reece James, I'm sorry, bro. Like, in my opinion, he's probably one of the best. When he's fit and not injured, I honestly think Reece James is one of the best right backs in the world. I do think that
100%.
Yeah, just
Chelsea have good players, but it's like it's not a lot though.
Yeah,
but players though, they have like part of a really good spine as well. Like if you're putting Caicedo and Reece James as part of the spine, that's 2 really good players as part of a spine.
And it's just the wingers as well.
The wingers is the one you still have doubts on. Palmer. João Pedro's obviously playing very, very well, which I don't think nobody had doubts on even at the start of the season that he would play
Pedro's
like
playing out of his skin.
Like João Pedro's playing really, really well, but it's like you look at the wingers, Garnacho, Gittins, then you have your other options like Delap, then you go to some of the center backs where you have like Fofana and like Chalobah, and then you have like Tosin, and then you know, some positions, some players they have are good, and it's just like that's why I feel like sometimes when I hear Chelsea fans' frustrations is have they just gotten some of those players that I mentioned that are not good, maybe one or two signings that are probably decent to a certain level. I think they'd be at a much different stage. I'll give you a great example. Look at what our attack went from one season after having Højlund and Garnacho in our front three to now having Mbeumo, Cunha, and Sesko. Like, just look at how honestly it has changed. You can complain about whatever you can complain about currently. That's fine. I hear it. But you can't say that we haven't improved our attack. We've already surpassed our entire goal tally from last season. We look
You also have a better goalkeeper.
Yeah, and also we kind of,
true,
if I did the math on one of my streams earlier, if we go like 1 goal or 2 goals at the rest of the game, for each game for the rest of the season, we'll be very close to our highest ever goal tally in the past 6 years, 70 plus, just one season after adding those improvements. That's the point that I'm trying to make, is that like I kind of understand where Chelsea's frustrations are. But I hear you though. They have some good players like Reece. All these guys are gems. Once like in a lifetime type of players that you have at your club. Someone like Reece James, of course. Time and time after again, like he's now like you can't even argue about his injury thing no more, because he's honestly been the most fit he's ever been in his whole career now. Like and now that he's been fit, which at previous times also when people used to have that Trent and Reece James debate, was if Reece James is fit on his day, he's the better right back. And you can kind of now tell,
bro,
that's exactly the case.
Bro, I've been saying this for months. He's top 5 footballer in the world.
Yeah, he's very, very good.
You can't name me 5 better than him.
Can strike the ball, obviously defensively, he's great. He's a great passer of the ball. He can take set pieces. Like he just does everything.
Bro, I could even say he's top 3 footballer in the world. This guy can do everything.
He can do everything.
This guy can do everything. So, but yeah, I don't know. Like, that's the thing. Like, Will said in the chat that one-off game we can beat anyone. Yeah, but the thing is, we can also lose to anyone. So we can raise our level and then drop it in the next game. So I don't know. Like,
yeah, that is.
I don't know, but Roz in there. I don't know. Just focus a game at a time. PSG next. They've got their own injury problems in midfield and stuff. So
didn't they just lose this weekend against Monaco as well? Did they?
I think so.
I think they did lose this weekend.
Yeah, 3-1 to Monaco. Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
So yeah, they've got their own injury problems and stuff as well.
You know.
that also shouldn't be taken lightly, because listen, rival fans and whatever can say what they want about a World Cup. There's a reason why PSG were trying to beef us after the game. Like they want revenge. So I'm not gonna take the injuries that they have lightly. They're gonna come into it wanting to beat us on both legs. But this Chelsea squad, apparently you guys don't like being disrespected. So show us what you can do. Prove that game wasn't a fluke. Prove why we actually are world champions. So it's on the players and it's also on the manager to get it out of them as well. It's on the manager.
Stop the red cards, please.
Say please.
Yeah, because I don't like PSG. I want to see Chelsea beat PSG.
I know,
what do United have against PSG?
No, I just hate PSG. Every time we go in there, there's always some bullshit like VAR. They're always crying for some reason. Now, like when we used to play them, remember when Rashford used to keep scoring against them, and they were always crying about stuff. And I just don't like them that much.
I have nothing against them, to be honest. We've had a couple of like good matches against them in the Champions League in the past. Obviously, the one time where we knocked them out, the other where we beat them at their stadium, but then they beat us at Old Trafford, and I still remember Neymar running circles around us in that game. So it's like, yeah, like I have nothing against PSG, to be honest. Nothing against them. But yeah, I hope they knock you guys out though. That's what I hope. So.
Thank you.
I hope they retain their Champions League. That's really what it is, and unfortunately, you're just a part of the way. So
and that Di Maria wanker as well, picking them.
No. He can hold.
What do you have against Di Maria?
Di Maria snaked us. He obviously he joined us and left after a year.
Didn't he get
didn't like living there.
he get robbed didn't he get his house burgled when he lived
No,
in Manchester?
I don't think he did.
No.
He just didn't like living there.
No, his house got robbed in Manchester.
Maybe
would-
actually, I don't know. I'm
When,
not
when,
sure.
when
I thought
PSG
his
beat
wife
us,
just didn't like living there. Yeah,
when PSG beat us at home, he was telling the fans to fuck off as well.
yeah,
And then also that remember the bottle thing where like
yeah.
there was like
He
a
got knocked
beer
out.
bottle and he was
Exactly. Got knocked out the next round, the next game. So it's like
Rap.
he wasn't saying anything then.
No, I'm supporting Chelsea this game. Let's go Chelsea.
Fuck Di Maria. I'm on that. But yeah, PSG. I got nothing against him. To be honest.
Let's go Chelsea.
Yeah. Anything else? FA Cup games, Champions League games. We'll just kind of discuss all that.
There's a lot of
Not really much to talk.
Champions League.
Yeah.
Like there's a lot of big Champions League games that I don't know. What are you guys saying for Newcastle Barca?
Barca win.
You think?
Yeah, they've already beaten them this season in the Champions League already. I think they'll do enough in both legs. Say even if they lose the first leg or draw to Newcastle at home, I think they'll do enough at home to beat them. Newcastle are terrible away from home, and I think at the new camp, yeah, they'll fold.
I don't
Some of
know.
those guys might be playing there for the first time.
Is there any scenario that you see that Newcastle winning?
Going through? No.
Nah, not going through, but winning this match.
Yeah, I can see them winning this game. Yeah, there's a chance. There is a scenario where they win this game. Yeah. But in the overall tie, no. I think that's what I said. So it's like if they get a draw or if they get a result in this game and win the first leg, I think they just get rolled over at home.
Rolled over in a second.
But they can very much lose this first leg too. They could.
Yeah.
Barca did beat them, right? Didn't they? Or did they draw against them?
What are we doing? Champions League.
Yeah.
Yeah. I that's what I was just saying. Like you're right, Shik. I think that's what I think maybe even if did Newcastle would, which I think they can get something out of this game, especially at home. The second
one thing I'm not doing is looking at our game and being like, yeah, Newcastle are a good team because we were architects of our own downfall in that game. We just didn't do shit. So I'm not looking at them and like, yeah, they'll do something in Newcastle. Do they have the potential to definitely get a result against them? Of course, but it's like
next, like
I think it's the fact that it's not just one game; it's two games. Like they have to go at Barcelona as well. So,
pick up Benito. What's Marlon saying in the chat? No, Chelsea could get West Ham lead.
It's tough because the second leg is at the new camp.
Yeah.
So even if Newcastle win,
the new camp was
But listen, Barca. I watched them against Atletico Madrid. I watched both the legs of the Copa del Rey. Bro, that Barca high line is so bad. It's so bad.
They almost made that comeback in the second leg as well. Like, but yeah, their defense.
You say that, but I watched that second leg deep into the second half, late in the game. Like, Atletico had everyone back. Barca weren't gonna break through and get a fourth.
Yeah, but it's like Barca should have already scored that fourth. They had a lot of chances early on.
True, but Barca we know they're wasteful. So I think with Newcastle. I mean,
that's the thing though is that Newcastle won't set up defensively like Atletico. So even if that does become the case, I think Barcelona will beat them.
I think they can, but it's just but Newcastle can exploit the high line, but Newcastle have injuries too. So I think first leg could be 2-2 or even 3-3, but Barca win second leg at home.
Yeah. It's not crazy to say.
Yeah. Gala Liverpool. I think Galatasaray are going through. Galatasaray are going through. Yes.
That's I would hope is the case. I would love that.
And the second leg is at Anfield as well. But I think Gala, and also if you look at Gala's record with Liverpool over the years, I think Liverpool have only beaten them once.
Yeah.
Since like 2006 or something. So yeah, I mean Gala's going through. Osimhen. Prove to them why you're the guy. Prove. Let's go.
Yeah, man. Osimhen, please. What else do we got? We got Atletico versus Spurs as well, I think. Let's just
It,
put the
it,
fries in the bag, yeah.
you know what? It'd be listen. I want Atletico to go through, but it'd be typical Spurs when everyone's written them off to just make it. It'd be typical Spurs to make it to that semi-final against Arsenal. It'd be typical Spurs.
No, I think they get absolutely ruined in this tie, I
You
think they
think
do.
so?
Yeah, they're going up against Julian Alvarez. Lookman.
Yeah, I know that. And everything says Atletico should
And
batter
Lookman's
them.
been on smoke. It's not no normal Lookman.
Bro, I agree. I agree with you. Atletico should batter Spurs, but something in the back of my head tells me that Spurs just make it through. I don't know why. I don't know why.
I don't think they
Something
will.
tells me Spurs make it through.
You know when Spurs were doing really bad, and I predicted the beat Dortmund. I get that feeling sometimes as well, like that.
Yeah.
That just when they're so shit and no one's expecting anything of them, and they just get a result.
Oh my god!
I don't know if they'll go
Spurs are
through. But
Real Madrid. Poch is linked to Real Madrid.
what?
Florentino Perez loves Pochettino.
Oh fucking hell!
Yeah, that's mad.
Poch.
Anyways, I don't like. Yeah.
Like we seen Spurs and City not too long ago, and
I'm gonna say Atletico Madrid, but if Spurs go through, I'm not gonna be surprised. Is all I'm gonna say. I'm gonna say Atletico. I need that Lookman hattie, bro. I need that Lookman hattie.
Yeah, I think they will too.
Yeah.
I think
Atalanta, Bayern.
they're just gonna dog walk them. I'm not even kidding.
Atalanta, Bayern are through. Leverkusen, Arsenal are through. Right?
Yeah.
Arsenal are making the final. We all agree.
No, I don't agree.
Oh,
you
really?
think they're getting knocked out to Barca?
Wait. Oh yeah, let me wait 1 sec. Let me look at their side 1 sec.
Arsenal's side is obviously Leverkusen they're playing now.
So the biggest team they could play on their side is potentially Barca. Yeah, I think they could lose to Barca. Yeah, I think they could.
Yeah, Barca will be in the quarterfinals, and then the semi-final could be Atletico or Tottenham.
Yeah, I think if they go up against Barca, they could lose. They could lose over 2 legs against Barca. Yeah, I think they could.
Really? Okay,
I think they can.
I think Arsenal beat Barca.
Yeah, I think so too.
I think
fair enough,
bro. We see new Barca. I know Barca scored 3 goals, but at the end of the day, that Atletico Madrid low block held through. Arsenal are not conceding 3 to Barca. They're not conceding 3, whether in one game or over 2 legs. Arsenal will stink it out against Barcelona. They'll do the physicality thing. They'll score from a set piece. They'll score like 3 goals from a set piece over the 2 legs, and they'll probably win. Yeah, like Arsenal will go through. Arsenal are going through. Arsenal will win like 4-1 an aggregate or something like that.
We'll go through and could be is like 2 different things. Will Arsenal probably go through? Yeah, but can Barcelona beat them? Yeah, I think they can.
Oh,
I don't think it's set in stone. I don't think it's set in stone that they'll go through though. But I'm talking
about what's actually probable. What's probable is Arsenal beat Barca.
Yeah, I guess you could say that.
When was the Champions League made? Did you guys go through it last week's show or
no?
No.
Do you want to bring it up, Shik?
What?
I think the bracket.
Yeah, the bracket. Yeah, I could bring it up.
Because it's Bayern Atalanta against City or Real Madrid, and then it's Liverpool Galatasaray against who's the other one again?
So you have PSG, Chelsea, Galatasaray, Liverpool,
PSG, Chelsea,
City, Atalanta, Bayern, Newcastle, Barca, Atletico, Tottenham, Bodo Sporting, Leverkusen, Arsenal. So Barca could play Barca could play Arsenal in the quarterfinal. Right? Was it the quarterfinal or the semifinal?
quarter, and then it's
Quarter.
the bracket up top, either Paris or Chelsea or PSG
Yeah.
against Liverpool or Galatasaray. Arsenal against. Prime,
so
you
it'll
think they're
be-
beating PSG? Prime.
It'll be. So Barca could play Arsenal in the semifinal. Yeah, semifinal.
I don't see us beating PSG now. Unfortunately.
Damn, that's tough. And then
I think the first leg, if we I think we'll lose in Paris. And then we'll try and make up for it at the bridge, but it won't be enough.
yeah. Yeah. And then look at that. Then it's Real Madrid and City or against Bayern, and then they go against Chelsea or PSG. Damn.
Yeah, but even us against PSG, the winner of that will face Gala or Liverpool. Like it's tough. That our side of the bracket is tough.
Yeah.
But Arsenal's one is like easier, but I think out of Arsenal's side of the bracket, by the way, I know people won't agree with this, but I think Arsenal's toughest fixture will probably be Bodo Glimt.
Bodo?
Yeah, because they no one knows what to expect from them because they don't watch them too closely. I think that will be the team that will surprise Arsenal the most. But regardless, I still expect Arsenal to get to the final. And remember, I predicted this towards the end of last season, after the PSG game. I said Arsenal will get to the final this season.
Yeah.
So yeah, the run's there. Just as long as you lose.
Who gets to the final from the other side? What do you guys think?
Go over to it for a sec. Where is that other side at?
This is the other side. These 4 teams. These 4 games.
Wow.
I put probably my bets either on PSG or Bayern. Those probably be the two, one of the two, to get to the final. They have to play each other, so it's like they play each other in the semifinal. Then I think they get to the semifinal. It's of course one of the two going to the final, but I think it'll probably be them getting to the semifinal. I think if City play Madrid, I think City beat Madrid. City play Bayern, I think Bayern might beat City, to be honest. And what a tie that would be. Jesus. 1, that'd be Pep against his old team. 2, that'd be Company against his old club. That'd be insane. That'd be an insane tie.
Wow.
And I think we'd see some great football too. PSG, Chelsea, I'd probably have PSG go through. Gala, Liverpool, I'm with Prime. I'd probably have Galatasaray to go through. PSG could put up Galatasaray could put up a good fight against PSG, but I think PSG might just edge it. So I'd have it as maybe PSG and Bayern as a semifinal to go up against what could potentially be Arsenal. Yeah.
Jesus, that is. How are Galatasaray? How did they play in the last game?
We could have PSG go up and win a back-to-back Champions League, which would be crazy. Or we could have Harry Kane potentially beat Arsenal in the Champions League final.
Harry Kane Champions League final. That if Kane wins the CL, he's got to be favored for the Ballon d'Or.
Sure, surely. He puts himself
season.
At this age as well,
because England ain't winning the World Cup, so.
Anyways, we would have. There's still a lot of football left to be played, but these are just scenarios that we're thinking about. But great scenarios could possibly be. But who do you guys think? Who do you guys think goes from this side? Who do you guys think goes to the final?
This side of the bracket.
This side of the bracket, yeah.
Fuck.
I'm still trying to decide on Liverpool and Galatasaray. Galatasaray played them earlier this season. That they won, right?
Gala are beating Liverpool, bro. Yeah,
they can for sure. Galatasaray were in just the last leg were crazy. Did they play Juventus, right?
Yeah,
They're high
that
flying
was
against Juventus. So they
crazy
scored
game.
goals over
They
goals.
they battered Juve first
Yeah,
leg.
they
Second
battered
leg
Juve.
they like took their foot off. But
Yeah,
and because Liverpool also underestimate Gala as well. That's why I'm really saying Gala go through. And okay, let's just say fine. Do we all agree it's Gala, right? Or are we gonna say Liverpool?
I'll go Gala.
Gala? All right,
Yeah, I'll go
Sheik,
Gallo too. Yeah,
cool.
Gallo. Fuck
PSG, Chelsea. We're all saying PSG.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm saying
I don't
PSG.
know. I don't know. I don't know.
All right, Spooby, convince me. I'm the Chelsea fan. Convince me. Listen,
I
if
don't
we
know
still
what
had, if we still had Maresca, I'd back it. 100%, I'm backing it.
you
But
said. PSG are having injury problems too.
yeah, in their midfield, they've I think João Neves is a doubt. No Fabian Ruiz. They've only got Vitinha fully fit, and then the other two midfielders playing is like youngsters.
All the attackers are fit.
I don't necessarily know. Cava's fit, Due's fit, no Dembele, I'm pretty sure.
Oh,
No, Dembele didn't play at the weekend, but I think he's been rested for us.
for this game.
Yeah. So,
Oh,
but
tough.
they just in general they've not been playing that well. What's his name? You know, Mendes has not looked good this season. Pacho at times has got exposed. They've had Zabarani. He was at Bournemouth. He's been playing centre back a lot. Their goalkeeper that they bought when they sold Donnarumma, everyone was telling me this amazing ball playing goalkeeper, Chevalier, has looked ass all season to a point where he got dropped for their second string goalkeeper because he's been ass. And the second string goalkeeper has not been that much better either. So
You're convincing me even more now.
no, but these are points to expose. But the thing is, I don't have the manager. I don't trust it. I don't trust we can do what's required. Because Chelsea also have weaknesses. Our first choice goalkeeper in Sanchez has looked shaky the last few games. He's dropped. So we're going with Jorgensen, who, yes, he's better in terms of playing at the back, but Jorgensen doesn't have a run of games where he's feeling good. We've got Gusto right back can be got at. Our midfield is fit and healthy, great, but Palmer's not at his best. João Pedro's firing great, but our wingers are like Esteval is. To be fair, Esteval wasn't in training today, but he's just coming back from like injury or whatever it is. Gittins is fully out. Garnacho, I know he scored against Wrexham, but it's Garnacho. And Neto's ass. Like that's our forward line.
So they Garnacho now.
I don't. That's why I'm like, as much as all the negatives on PSG, I know what our negatives are. I don't trust it. But
the second I'll go. I want Chelsea to win, but I'll go PSG.
Okay, so PSG. So PSG then against Gala. Who do we think goes through?
It could be Gala, but I'd probably go with PSG.
PSG will beat Gala.
You know what it is about PSG? PSG are not, at least to me, still entirely convincing.
No, they're not.
Odd
But the
games
thing
here
is,
and there.
Sheik, last year in the Champions League, they didn't look convincing. They didn't look convincing until after they beat Liverpool.
Yeah, I guess. But the big thing for them, of course, was they got Kvaratskhelia midway through the season.
True.
And that boosted
but even
attack.
against Aston Villa, bro, they were a goal away from being knocked out against Villa in the quarters.
Yeah, I still think Rashford should have never got taken off. But it is what it is.
So yeah, if Rashford didn't get taken off, that game probably goes into extra time.
He was cooking them. Yeah, he literally I think had
so
as well.
What are we gonna say? Gala beat PSG?
No, I'll probably go PSG. I'd say PSG. Yeah.
All right, PSG go through. So PSG are in the semi-finals.
Yeah.
The other side, Real Madrid, Man City. I'm going Man City.
Yeah.
I go Man City. I think.
Yeah, same.
But Real Madrid and those cut fucking games, man.
Real Madrid they're not locked in. They're not locked in.
I know, but it's Real Madrid.
Unless
Ancelotti Real Madrid.
Unless Arbeloa can do some like he's the second coming of Zidane. Like no, he's not locked in. And Man City, like I'll be real, they don't need more fixtures. If they want to win this league, they don't need more fixtures with the Champions League. However, maybe they could bypass not winning this league if they win the champs. So I'm saying Man City go through. Atlanta, Bayern are through. Man City versus Bayern. What was saying?
Man City versus Bayern. Bayern.
Yeah.
What's the arguments against Bayern? What's the arguments?
Bayern
Are they good at the back? Are they?
Like, when Chelsea played Bayern,
I rate Bayern's attack.
People laughed at the scoreline. People laughed at 3-1. But I'll be honest, Bayern weren't great. They just knew how to they took advantage of the dumb mistakes Chelsea made.
Yeah.
So like, I don't know.
And who's in the midfield?
Their midfield is.
Let me look up.
Pavlovic.
Let me look up. Let's see. Because I just see Pavlovic and Kimmich.
Yeah.
Because then that boy at the boy at the right back. What's his name? Some itch.
Their
It's an
midfielders,
itch.
Kimmich, Goretzka, Pavlovic, Leimer, who sometimes plays at right back.
The other man. Who's the other fullback they have? The itch boy. It ends in itch.
What's his first name?
What is his name? I can't remember. It's something itch. I need to look it up. And it'll be Goretzka and Kim at the back, or Ta.
No, it'll be
Upamecano.
Oh yeah, Upamecano and Ta. Probably. Stanisic.
That's it. Stanisic. He's been playing a lot because they keep switching him different. He plays left and right back.
Bro. I think it depends on City's goals. If City aren't scoring goals by the quarters, then Bayern go through. I'm gonna say Bayern as of right now. Say it.
Then it'll be Harry Kane, Elise, Diaz, and they play.
Musiala. Musiala is fully fit now.
Musiala.
He just scored at the weekend. So yeah, I'm going Bayern. So semi-final or quarter-final, we're saying is Man City. Oh, Man City, Bayern. Sorry, Bayern go through. Sheik, do you agree, Bayern?
Yeah. My semifinals were Bayern and PSG. Yeah. That's what my semifinals were. Mm-hmm.
To be fair, we all agreed to Gala, but Gala v Bayern go through.
What about Bayern PSG?
Yeah.
Do you think Bayern still go through?
Yeah.
Yeah. To be fair, it depends on PSG's injuries. If they still have injuries by that semi-final, then Bayern go through. And the final then, Bayern v Arsenal? Is that what?
It would be the. Yeah.
Okay, Bayern beat Arsenal. I'm saying Bayern win.
I think Arsenal beat Bayern.
You know? Fucking hell. What a way to avenge all the 10-2s. Nah, I'm Bayern.
I know. Could you imagine Arsenal?
No, because the thing is, right, Arsenal, by that point, like, they should have already won the league, right? Maybe they would have already won the Carabao too. Arsenal will be on for a treble, not the treble. I know United fans don't like that, but they would on for a treble. Arsenal fans will be so gassed. Everyone will be saying Arsenal are clear favourites. The Bayern have
They're
no
gonna do
chance.
this, gonna do that.
And the expectation for them to do it will mean they don't. That's why I'm saying Bayern. I think Arsenal get to the final and the expectation and pressure go crumble.
So
Bears.
Yeah, I would like to obviously see Bayern. Arsenal, it's just the corners and that. Like you said, like when they're playing you, like they don't even have to play well to beat teams. They don't.
Yeah, but we're not great. They'll be facing one of the best teams in the world, and all the pressure will be on Arsenal because they would have just won. At that point, if everything goes good for them, they should have won the league and cup double.
How good are Bayern centre backs in the air? I got Epimecano in the air, Ta in the air. I just against Saliba and Gabriel. Oh no, oh no. Yeah. I would love the Bayern to win it, but I'm just trying to go through all the scenarios and think. I don't see like a team. I don't see could Bayern stop their corners? I don't. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I don't want Arsenal to win it. Please God, don't let Arsenal win it. Fuck my life. What's the world come to? Yeah.
This is the thing. One thing about the Champions League is that it's never always just so cutthroat and clear. There's always like an element of chaos in the Champions League where Arsenal were pretty much the best team predicted to win the Champions League last season too. Arsenal also beat that PSG side last season as well.
Yeah,
they faced in the semifinal. But things just change, and that's what this tournament's like been all about as well. Is that like on their day, we've seen upsets, we've seen crazy outcomes, we've seen underdogs win against favorites, we've seen favorites absolutely dog the underdogs, we've seen all types of scenarios. Like,
yeah.
So we'll can only say here obviously and predict based off of what we have in front of us, of course. But yeah,
I wonder what Dom would predict. That's what I wonder. I would
I think
predict
he'd have them in the
opposite
semi
of
for sure. I think he'd have them in the semi-final for sure.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah, I think he would have them in the semi-final for sure. So
I think he would have the same thought of as what Prime said, where they get to that final and they crumble.
Because by that point, having won the league and Carabao Cup, everyone's expecting Arsenal that they've got rid of the whole crumbling under pressure mentality. Arteta's got rid of it now. They'll be clear fate. Even if Bayern obviously are going to win their league, but like it won't matter. But Arsenal will still be clear favorites for that final. So that's why I'm saying that I'll be real. Like anyone in that sort of bracket, so it's Liverpool, PSG, Real Madrid, Man City, Bayern. I'll even put Chelsea in it low key. Anyone in that side of the bracket will beat Arsenal in the final. I'll be so real. Anyone will beat Arsenal in the final.
Yeah.
I actually don't think Bodo will put up much of a fight against Arsenal. I don't think so. I think Arsenal will run over Bodo. I agree with you. Bodo have been class. They have. I've watched.
Arsenal will beat Bodo. They just won't batter them.
I think
they'll put up a good fight. They'll put up a good fight.
I think they'll rotate against Bodo. I think
and that is part of what will shock Arsenal in the first leg.
I don't think it. I think Arsenal will rotate, and I think they'll beat them with ease. I think, but
really?
Yeah.
First,
I fucking hate the set.
Arsenal champions of Europe.
Oh fucking! Don't do that.
You do know if they win the Carabao Prem and Champs, they will call it the treble. You know that, right?
Yeah, they'll call it.
They will taint your treble.
They'll come up with their own words for it. They'll say they want a gold trophy just for that. So
can we get Tony on the show if Arsenal?
Yeah.
If Arsenal win a trophy, Tony's gonna want to be on the show.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, Tony will be available for every single show.
I'll ask Tony, are you guys gonna retain the champs? Only haven't done something. I'll ask him.
Yeah. Anything else you guys want to discuss? There's not much, honestly, to talk about other than what we have just talked about. But yeah, if there's anything else that comes to mind, we have obviously predictions of what we
I
can
said
get through
Prime
this.
can't let Arsenal win. Listen, if we face you guys in the Champions League final, we'll beat you.
Big
I don't.
word.
We'll beat you.
But he has history in the past to back it up. To be honest, in cup finals against Arsenal. So
Also, Spurs. Can I say
European.
this about Spurs?
Yeah.
You know, the last 2 times they've reached European finals, they have had bad seasons in the Prem.
Is it?
True.
Not even just last season. When they got to the Champions League final with Poch, they were awful in the Prem.
Yeah.
So, listen up. All I'm saying, maybe a little cheeky Spurs get to the semi against Arsenal. Well, a little cheeky bet on, you know. That's what I'm saying.
Over this weekend as well. The weekend.
Like
I'd love that to happen. By the way,
yeah,
Spurs
same.
versus
I would
Arsenal
love
semi-final.
for
I'd love
something
that
like
to happen.
that to happen.
I think the chaos would be amazing.
Yeah, it would be insane.
Imagine Spurs getting relegated, but you stop Arsenal from getting their first Champions League. Oh, the scenes. Spurs fans won't even care if they lose the final. As long as they stop Arsenal, the scenes will be amazing.
Yeah. Hey, this weekend's games too. Shit, I forgot about the weekend.
Yeah, it's Premier League games as well. So I guess we'll do. Let's do that. So we did just do Champions League. But we'll do the scoreline predictions for it. So let's see. We'll do Champions League first, and then we'll get to the Premier League.
We just did Champions League.
No, like scoreline predictions for all these games. Did we do just
we just did
every single one? Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll do. Okay,
I've got the Prem games up. Burnley versus Bournemouth. Turf Moor.
2-1 Bournemouth.
1-0 Burnley.
Uh, 2-0. Sunderland versus Brighton at the Stadium of Light.
Sunderland, what lot? Yeah.
1-1.
2-1 Sunderland.
1-0 Sunderland. You've got Arsenal versus Everton at the Emirates.
Hey, people in the chat, put your predictions out to see who's a fraud here. I'll remember these, by the way. If you put them in the chat, I'll remember them.
Arsenal versus Everton at Emirates.
3-1 Arsenal.
2-0 Arsenal.
3-1 Arsenal.
Chelsea versus Newcastle at the Bridge.
Newcastle.
3-2 Chelsea.
4-1 Chelsea.
Damn.
Fuck no. 2-1 Chelsea.
They'll back them.
Yeah, hope so. 8 p.m. kickoff on Saturday. West Ham versus Man City at London Stadium.
2-0 City.
Could this be drop points?
2-0 City.
See, West Ham just paid extra time in pens. I'm going 3-1 West 3-1 Man City. 3-1 Man City.
2-1 Man City.
Oh shit! They're playing Real Madrid Champions League. I just forgot.
Yeah. I still think they will.
Where's the first leg?
At Madrid, I think. At the Bernabeu.
Fuck. Yeah, 2-1 Man City. 2-1 Man City.
Yeah, 2-1 Man City.
2-0. I'll go for 2.
Okay, Sunday, 2 p.m. Crystal Palace versus Leeds United.
Fuck Leeds. 2-1 Crystal Palace.
Leeds away.
Yeah,
And it's at Palace Sellers.
yeah, Leeds.
2-1 Palace.
1-0 Palace. Oh, by the way, Sarr, I was very. I mean, to be fair, Spurs are shit, but I was very impressed by him against Spurs. That team is like falling apart. No, Elise left in the summer. Way he gone in Jan, and this guy's stepping up big time. Like I'm very impressed with how well Sarr is performing.
Play well.
2 p.m. kickoff. Nottingham Forest versus Fulham.
One 0 Fulham.
1-1.
Forest are playing in Europe. 2-0 Fulham. 2 p.m. Man United versus Aston Villa at Old Trafford.
2-1 Man United.
Um, 1-1.
OT.
Think we draw to them.
Wait, 1-1?
Yeah, I do.
You know what's
Oh,
crazy?
Shik, I didn't talk to Shik about our game against Newcastle either.
Oh yeah, you actually speak on that. I was actually going to say, remember last week I said United will go unbeaten for the rest of the season.
I said we could lose to Newcastle. I'm honestly not too. I'm not losing my shit over that game, to be honest.
No, I know. I said you guys are going beaten and you lost. This is crazy.
I
You
did
could
lose
at
my
least
shit
give me
over
one
it,
game. But yeah, but what you guys think about the game? Because I'm seeing some United fans crash out, saying, "Oh, Carrick's not the guy. Don't give him the job." And yada yada yada. So what do you guys think about the game?
I think we played terrible. Of course, it's definitely like our worst performance under Carrick. But again, it's like I don't think I kept saying a performance like this was on its way. I didn't think we were just going to continue to keep scraping results or have individual performances just get us over the line. This game, though, was frustrating because of the fact that we had an entire half with an extra person on the pitch and we still weren't able to do enough.
Yeah.
And then the way we conceded that last goal when we had someone like Malacia on the pitch, like this, how long has this guy even played for us? But anyways, I'm not singling anybody out for anything. I think it was the entire team collective sure have got us over the line. But it's like, yeah, I think I never thought we were gonna like unlike Prime, I never thought we were gonna go on an unbeaten run until the end of the season. I thought points were gonna be dropped for sure. One, we don't have a good record against Newcastle, especially at Newcastle. We don't get good results over there in the past couple of seasons. So I always thought this game was gonna be tricky. I said it before the game itself that we might as well lose this game. Like it's possible. On the other hand, Villa are a team that don't have a good record against us at Old Trafford. They last season lost to us at the last game of the season when Ruben Amorim, we just lost the Europa League final, I'm pretty sure. And it was the lowest of lows, and we couldn't hack a win in the Premier League. And what happens? Martinez gets a red card, and we still end up winning 2-0 in that. I think it was Martinez. Yeah, Martinez gets a red card. We still end up winning 2-0 in that game. Even at their stadium, we've gotten results over them. Now, I know not this season, but in the past we have. So, yeah, I think we bounce back. That's what I'm looking forward to, is to seeing what this team ends up producing after a result like Newcastle. Because yeah, we were playing one game a week. We had a lot of time to rest for that game, but it's more so about us facing adversity. And it's more so about, okay, we had a little bit of a setback. Things weren't, things were going great and things were going very, very well when we were unbeaten. But now it's more so about how we respond to it, and that's what I'm looking forward to. And I think after watching these results. And after watching all these games, I can sit behind and back this team and be like, yeah, we have enough to turn things around and have a good result against Villa. It's a very important game too. That's another reason why I think we'll turn up for it, is because in hindsight for the top four and how the race is going forward in our league positions, it's a very important game. Chelsea play against Newcastle. There could be potential drop points in that game too. So we have to get our 3 points. And I think we do enough to get the win. So yeah, that's why I'm sitting at.
Yeah. No, I was like, yeah, with that Newcastle game, I was disappointed. I was. We got dominated by 10 men. Was like we did. I mean, you can't even make it the excuse that we're playing too many games, or you can't make excuses. How you let a 10-man side go like just run all over you like that. I don't know what happened. I can sit and call it individual players. Because I've got players in mind that need to be called out. But it's not like they're bad. They just had a bad game. Yeah, midfield. It's just too easy. Too easy again. Like Casemiro's been great for us these past games. But I'm sorry, like if he's not coming in and getting goals, he's just too easy to run by. Too easy to run by. And Kobe Manu as well. Listen, I know people are saying stuff about his physicality, and I think that is something that you need to look at. I'm not saying that he's bad or, on the ball. I think Kobe Manu's amazing, but there's just some physicality that I think he lacks a bit. I'm not saying that he can't get it, but or can't work on it. But just some things that it needs to be worked on. The attack this game was bad. It was bad. And like I seen a report come out the other day that the United players are feeling bad because they feel like they've let Michael Carrick down in the past couple of performances. Yeah, like feel bad. Like what excuse are you going to use? Because I guarantee if we were in all those competitions, that would have been the first thing they would have used an excuse that we were playing too many games. Well, now you're not playing too many games, and what's the excuse now? I don't know. But not the end of the world. It's a game that you play like a second half with against 10 men, you expect to win. But again, we can bounce back against Villa. And again, what Shik was saying, Villa don't have a great record against us. But I do think we'll get a draw. I don't think our attack's clicking right now. Big up Zier. Big up Zier, by the way. I don't think our attack's clicking right now. I don't know what it is. I think like our best players are putting in bad performances. Like Mbuemo that last game, big ups there. Mbuemo that last game was bad. Cunha was bad. I don't think Sesko done much. And yeah, there's definitely question marks. I think on why we lost that game. But again, we can go against Villa. I think we can get a result, but I do think it'll be a draw. It worries me. The attack worries me a bit. How we're not clicking because we know the quality of Mbuemo. We know the quality of Cunha. And Sesko's been playing well for us lately. So I don't know why it's not. I'd love to have that crystal ball, but yeah, I wasn't impressed by that Newcastle game. Not at all. Not at all. And like, again, 10 men. I can't iterate that enough, like against 10 men. But we'll see. We can bounce back. I don't think Carrick is going unbeaten. Like, I think that was a bit much. But
yeah, I didn't think he was going to go unbeaten either.
Yeah.
I thought if we were going to drop points in any of the games, Newcastle would have definitely been one of my picks, for sure.
Yeah.
We just don't play well there. I've seen so many times where we've either been rolled over or we don't play well there. In good teams, bad teams, it's been all times. I remember I could go as back to when we were Premier League champions under Fergie and we went to Newcastle and we got slapped up 3-0 just on a regular day. Like, it was just any other day. Like, we just lost 3-0 to them, got slapped up. So it's like it's happened. I don't like going to that place just because of that, because we just don't have a good record there. So I always, most of the time, predict either a draw or a loss. But yeah, against Villa, they have big misses in their team. Obviously, McGinn and Tielemans are big misses for them. That's why they're kind of like the way they are. And they're, again, focus for them is Europa League. Their biggest thing for them is Europa League currently at this moment. So that's why I think we'll just do enough to get the win. Yeah, we'll do enough to get the win. 2-1. Yeah, anything else? We have more games left. Prime for predictions.
There is one.
Yeah. We'll save that for last. Brentford versus Wolves.
No, I'm gonna go for Wolves with this one. I'm gonna say 2-1 Wolves. You know, I want them to stay up. So fuck it. Go for Wolves.
Wolves 1-0.
When Spurs get relegated, Wolves will stay up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Brentford just went into extra time. Hey, listen, Wolves. Let's get our win, man. Let's get one of our away wins.
We did
Let's
it last
go.
week. What did we predict for this game? Did we say win or loss? Did we say draw? I don't remember what we said.
I think we said draw for
Yeah.
this Brentford.
But fuck it, I'm
However,
predicting a win.
They just played extra time, so Wolves, we need it. Mateus Mane, rise, bro. Let's go.
Big up
I'm
Stephen G.
going
Big up,
2-1 Wolves. 2-1 Wolves.
Let's go.
Yeah, big up Stephanie G. Griffin? Stephanie G.
Yeah, shout out Stephanie G.
But yeah, the game of the weekend, the reigning Premier League, the
What's
current
game of the
Premier League
weekend?
champions versus the pending championship fodder. Liverpool versus Tottenham.
Oh. 4-0 Liverpool.
Fuck.
Actually, how could I? 4-1 Liverpool because Richarlison has just a kink for scoring the most pointless goals in football. So
Yeah. 6-1 Liverpool.
is that one goal also Richarlison for you as well?
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
either
he's just gonna
Tottenham
bag. He's gonna bag.
either Tottenham will score first or like
Yeah.
Tottenham will
Romero header.
equalize
Yeah,
from
that
Richarlison.
actually
It'll
could
be one of
be
those
the most
things.
Tottenham thing.
It'll
Richarlison
be like
to score in the 80th minute and he takes his shirt off and then they lose 4-1 in full time.
not even that. Like Tottenham will either score first or Richarlison will like equalize like just before halftime and it will celebrate like that and then they'll just get smacked in the second half.
Yeah. He would
Tottenham
remove his shirt at halftime. He's that type of player.
Listen,
That is
that-
Richarlison for you.
Actually, let's look at the table real quick. What that means.
It means they're going down, man. That's all that means. That's all that means.
I mean, obviously they're going down, but like, I just mean in terms
They've
of
lost 5 in a row, like probably even more than that.
Yeah, Forest and West Ham need to start picking points up. Then they're really in trouble.
I just want to know what the point. So Wolves 16, 17, 18, 19. Wolves will be on 19. If Burnley lose, and Wolves Wolves can just better the goal difference. That means Wolves could get to 19th in the league. And if Spurs lose, that means who's playing? We said West Ham. To be fair, we all predicted West Ham and Forest to both lose, right? But if West Ham and Forest can both pick up points, hey, Spurs drop.
But West Ham played City. I said City, right? West Ham played City.
Yeah.
West Ham drop points. So yeah, Wolves can.
Wolves can rise up, but I'm just looking at Tottenham in terms of Forest and West Ham.
Honestly, Wolves need to win this weekend. That's what they need to do.
Oh yeah, they just need to keep winning Wolves. But yeah, Spurs. Hey, long days.
They actually can't afford to drop points anywhere. They just need to keep winning Wolves. That's what they have to do.
Spurs enjoy championship. If you want, listen, Garnacho, he's proven against championship sides. If you need someone to stay up, get you back to the Prem. Garnacho on a cheeky loan.
I think I go
be insanity, bro. Actually insanity.
Yeah, I go 3-1 Spurs. I think Romero will get a goal. He's coming back now. He'll get a header or some shit like that.
Before he gets a red card, you're right.
Yeah.
Exactly
No.
what Vinci said too.
Yeah.
Well, is that it? Is there any more games, or is that it?
I guess so.
That's it. Well, we shall see. There's a lot of football this upcoming week. So the next time we shall all speak and see each other over on this show, we shall have gone through a lot of football, to be honest. Champions League, Premier League.
Champions League.
So yeah, but like I said at the start of the stream, we're now getting into that part of the season where things are going to start getting spicy and heating up. Everyone's in their respective races, whether it's relegation for some, whether it's top 4 for some, whether it's title race for some, whether it's a race for a trophy for some. So it's definitely going to be heating up. But we will be covering it all over here on this show regarding our clubs, of course, and just the rest of, football and stuff, Champions League and stuff itself as well. So Shout out to everyone who did tune in. Stephanie G, Zier, shout out to you for the raid, my friend. Big up to Mike's as well for the raid earlier. Shout out to BX Gunner, Jonathan TV, PFC, Marlon, Benito. Shout out to my bro Will, Mumsy, Chin Lu. Shout out to everyone, man. Big up to everyone for hanging out with us during the stream. Premier League is back. Hopefully bleach cocktails aren't needed. There honestly there wasn't a thing anymore. It was just normal cocktails, Stephanie G, for a while. But yeah, hopefully it isn't bleach cocktails like you said. So yeah, but that's pretty much it for the stream. We did do our predictions, of course, and we did discuss FA Cup weekend recap and kind of like predictions for Champions League and who we have going at least to the final and semifinals and all that respectively. Before we do close out though, Spoobs, appreciate you joining back again. Good to have you back as always. Anything you want to say before we close out?
No, just we appreciate everyone watching. All the panelists that couldn't make it. It's gonna get spicy, but this is kind of like the calm before the storm. Okay, this is it's kind of down to just wait until the midweek and this weekend. Yeah, trust me, all the boys will be back. We'll start arguing again, and names will be flying around the place. But anyway, we appreciate you guys.
Will be popping off like messages will be flying.
It's gonna start heating up. Okay, but no, just appreciate everyone. Pick up.
Yeah, shout out to everyone. Prime, same thing for you. Appreciate you being on, bro.
No worries. I would mention that Shamrock Rovers also drew, but Shik has said numerous times he doesn't care. So
yeah, I don't care. I can mention that again. I don't care about Shamrock Rovers. They're not part of the show. They're not in the mud, are they? Are they in the mud?
We are in the mud. We just drew.
Fair enough.
Anyways, yeah, pick up everyone. Keep watching, liking, subscribing, and subscribe to Don C, Conversation TV, because if Arsenal don't win this league, we'll be there.
Yeah, and speaking of Don C and the rest of the guys, obviously to the people who couldn't make it today, Don C, CP, Mdinero, Eli, big up to everyone. Eli was here, but he just I'm not sure what happened. So hopefully everything was okay. But
he doesn't want to give Arteta credit. That's why he left. I get it.
Maybe that makes sense. He just didn't want to give him credit. Yeah, makes sense. But yeah, what was I gonna say? Yeah, sorry. Continue, Prime. I just wanted to give them a shout.
Oh yeah, it's just I mean, it's really we're in the business end of. Actually, not even the business end yet. There's an international break coming up, so that'll be interesting. Playoffs. Can Ireland and Northern Ireland make the World Cup? Hey, we'll be there.
Jesus Christ!
What? You don't believe?
To beat Italy? Oh God,
bro, you'll beat Italy, bro. Relax, you'll beat them. They're not
good.
Gonna
beat Italy.
You can beat them. They're not good. They are not good. You can beat them.
We don't have a striker. We've got a 36-year-old McGuinness coming on. At the...
do what Arsenal do. Set piece, bro. Ballard. He's done it before.
Yeah.
One 0. Scumbag it. Listen, Italy can't break down a low block to save their lives. Just scumbag it. Ballard winner. And then who will you guys play in the second game?
I know. I'm not even looking for. I'm not even looking ahead. At just one game at a time. Listen, it's it's the hope that kills you. It's when you expect Northern Ireland to do well. That's when they fuck you over. That's when they But
Ireland, we're facing Czechia, and in Czechia, that's Suchek's team, and then the final game will be at the Aviva, more than likely against Denmark, which is interesting because
tough. But I think that's tough.
But I believe in the lads. I believe in my manager now. So.
Yeah. No. Hopefully,
it the World Cup. We're making it the Trump country, man. We're making it.
One Irish team to get through. Let's go. We can do that.
Speaking of World Cup, obviously shout out to India yet again for lifting that World Cup and being the world champion yet again. Just back to back. It's just a great feeling. It is what it is. 2P. It is what it is, man. It's becoming a regularity at this point. It's just what we do. So it is what it is. But yeah, I would back us to do it, to be honest.
Real Madrid.
I would. You know, the last time so this time we lost one match. The last time we won before that, we were unbeaten the entire tournament.
Jeez.
We also won a tournament last year, which was in the 50 over format. We were unbeaten in that tournament as well. So
yeah, that final was easy for you. Oh
so
god.
easy.
Yeah.
So easy. Like everyone pulled up, H pulled up, Will pulled up for the hate watch. But once they looked at the score, they just left. They were like, yeah, this thing's done. What? This thing's done. Like, what's the point?
He a
Even
long
I was sitting
field.
there and I'm like, yo, man, like, damn, I really wish there was just, it was over. I wish they would
Some
just forfeit.
drama.
There's no way. Like,
Yeah.
there's no way. So, but yeah. Anyways, shout out to everyone. Thank you guys all for tuning in for episode number 95 of the Mud Brothers show that took place today. We'll all catch you guys in the next one. And yeah, man, this was day number 1 of being world champion for me. So I will keep that streak going. But as always, Arteta in. Big up. Peace.
Arteta in.